Hello there guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another video. I hope you guys are doing well today. There's two things that I've got to tell you guys why I'm happy, I'm smiling because the first one, today's Christmas Day. That's right, today's Christmas Day and I want to wish all of you guys that are watching this a Merry Christmas and I hope you guys are enjoying this festive, the big day. You know, you guys are eating great food such as turkey, Brussels sprouts, beans pies, and all that stuff. Hope you get nice presents from your family or even from Santa. You know, I hope you guys are singing songs, dancing, having a great Christmas party, and I hope you guys enjoying yourself just like I'm gonna do today. Gonna spend time with my family, singing songs, eating great food, opening presents to see what we get. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a really great Christmas and enjoy yourself whilst you're watching this video. So Merry Christmas from me. And the second thing is the Premier League is back. That is right. The Premier League is back. After 5 weeks of break during this FIFA World Cup, it is finally back. You know, Argentina won the World Cup and Messi is now the greatest of all time. Ronaldo is my GOAT, but overall, when Messi is the greatest of all time, the debate is now over. It is now over. So Messi is now the greatest of all time. And if you watch the final, you see that they gave him like a shirt from Qatar, and he absolutely deserved that because they wanted him to win and Argentina to win, and that's what he did. And he's also got the award for the player of the tournament, and he's the second time in World Cup history to achieve that. To get the player of the tournament twice. So that's why for me he's the greatest of all time. I really wanted to be a Ronaldo versus Messi final, but unfortunately Portugal went out because Morocco beat them. So yeah, that's unfortunate. But so yeah, so Ronaldo's last World Cup, but he didn't get to the final and didn't win it. Messi is his last World Cup and he's won it. So yeah, he's the greatest of all time, Lionel Messi, in my opinion. So that's it. The debate is now finally over. So congratulations to them. And like I said before, the best World Cup final and the best game ever in history because all the emotions, all the heartbreaks, all the heart beating, gut wrenching, you feel sweaty and all that stuff. The best World Cup final ever. Kylian Mbappe won the Golden Boot, and I thought he was absolutely sensational. And his penalties, he took three of them and scored three of them. Yeah, how comes Harry Kane doesn't score two penalties? He takes two penalties and he only missed one. Mbappe is better than Harry Kane. Better, yeah. you know. And the thing is about that penalty, why couldn't Ivan Toney take it? Oh, you know why? It's because he hasn't been picked. Yeah? Ivan Toney has never missed a penalty. Never. 18 penalties he took, and he scored 18 of them. Never miss. How he came? Yeah? Only misses a couple, but he makes scores a lot of them. So if Ivan Toney would have been picked, I would have taken that penalty. England would have made it 2-2, made it to extra time, and maybe perhaps went to the semi-final against Morocco. But we didn't. But we didn't. We bottled it. And Southgate bottled it. Like I knew he would. He's a failed manager. He's tactically inept. He's out of his depth. And the fact that he's going to remain as the England manager for the Euro 2024 is disgrace. Now all he has to do is win it. Do I think he'll win it? No. Because when we face big teams, he will not know how to do it. He will not know. Ever since Gareth Southgate has been as an England manager for the last 6 years, we're only beaten four teams here who are ranked the top 10 in the world. Only four of them. Only four of them. So what did that tell you? That tells you whenever he faces big teams, he doesn't know how to win. He don't. Simple as that. So I wonder why he still is the manager and we cannot get someone else like Tuchel. Because look at that Champions League final. Man City, best team in England, beat them 1-0. Could have been more. But defensively we're good. So if he can do that for Chelsea, why can't he not do that for England? You know why? It's because he's another yes man, Gareth Southgate. For me, if I was the FA, I would not allow him to be the England manager, and he should have gone, yeah, from last season. Because the way that we got to the final is beyond me. It really was. So yeah, so like I said, Kylian Mbappe won the Golden Boot. I thought that Messi would have won it, but unfortunately Mbappe's got a hat trick, so that's unfortunate for him, for Lionel Messi. But he was really good in this tournament, and he always turns up. So yeah, bad luck for him because his national team didn't win it, you know. So unfortunately for him, but I know that Kylian Mbappe will always be the best young player in the world. He will always be. So yeah, so if Mbappe continues what he needs to do, then for me he's the best young player in the world. Simple as that. So yeah, so France are the runners up. Argentina are going to be the defending champions for the next for at least 4 years when we approach 2026 FIFA World Cup. So yeah, so congratulations to them. And yeah, best World Cup final in history. That's basically it. So enough of that stuff. Let's just focus on the Premier League. Will be kicking off on Boxing Day because, like I said, today's Christmas Day, and there's not going to be any football because the players want to spend time with the family and friends, and yeah, basically that's it. So there will be no football today, but the game will kick off tomorrow, and that's why I'm going to do this video today for you guys. So and then I'll be doing the match preview on Boxing Day for the Chelsea versus Bournemouth game. So make sure you guys check that out. And trust me, you ain't gonna like this one. You ain't gonna like this one, to be honest with you. So yeah, so without further ado, let's kick off this week's Premier League predictions, which will start on Boxing Day. All right, so the first game after the World Cup, when the Premier League is back, is Brentford against Tottenham Hotspur. Now, as you can see, I'm going for my predictions, and I'll tell you guys why I'm going for my predictions and in later on in this video. So the first one for the Brentford versus Tottenham game, the London Derby, I gone for nil-nil. I've gone for nil-nil because I wanted to go for Brentford win, but I was thinking to myself, nah, it's going to be nil-nil because I see Tottenham going into this game, but I just see Brentford, making tactical changes in the second half and be better than Tottenham. So yeah, it's going to be nil-nil. Tottenham got very lucky to beat Leeds United because the fact that they always concede goals, especially at home, and always go, losing at half time, just honestly. But I still think Tottenham would do well under Tottenham Conte. I still think they'll finish in the top four. They will do. And if they don't, then I don't know what's going to happen in Tottenham Conte, I really don't know. But yeah, I think Tottenham will do well. I still think they'll finish in the top four. You know, I know that there's certain players that have rested, but they've still got players that are injured and still players that won't feature the Brentford game because of the World Cup, such as Hugo Luis, something like that. So, yeah, that's why I'm going to go for nil-nil. Um, and whereas for Ivan Toney, the FA have suspended him for doing something really stupid. So I doubt if he's ever going to be playing for Brentford. But we'll wait and see. And I'm also in doubt if he's going to be playing for against Tottenham. And if he does, maybe Brentford would win. But the fact that he's been charged by the FA just shows me that I don't think he's going to be playing for Brentford in this game. But we shall wait and see what happens. We shall wait and see. So yeah, Brentford against Tottenham. I'm gonna go for nil-nil as the first game, and that game kicks off at 12:30 p.m. UK time. And we all know that when big teams, um, you know, play at 12:30 p.m., they don't usually do well. So that's I'm gonna go for nil-nil rather than the Tottenham win, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's going to be my prediction on that one. Right, the next game tomorrow, 3 p.m., Selhurst Park, another derby, London derby, and it's Crystal Palace against Fulham. Now gone for Crystal Palace win of 2-1 because even though Fulham, I think they're above, yeah, I think Fulham are below Chelsea, but if they win their game, they'll be above Chelsea for the first time this season. So yeah, or maybe the second time this season. But I really want Crystal Palace to win because they're in a difficult situation right now. They really need to win, if they want to be, you know, in 10th or maybe a bit above that, because that's the target for this season, is to be above the mid-table so that they won't have to be full scared of finishing or really finishing above the relegation zone. So I think Crystal Palace need to win, and I think they will win because since it's at their ground and since they've got players like Zaha, Eze and all that stuff back from their break, I think Crystal Palace will win, and they got plenty of rest. I don't. I feel like the last pre-season was last week, so that's why I think that Crystal Palace will win, especially since they're playing at Selhurst Park. So I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Crystal Palace on that one against Fulham. You know, so that's basically it. For Fulham, if they could win, then that would be really good. But I just don't see that happening. I really don't. So 2-1 to Crystal Palace is going to be my prediction on that one. All right, so the next one is Everton against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Just trying to check something. Okay. Yeah, the next one is Wolves against Everton. Now, both of them really haven't been that great. Wolves are in the relegation zone. Everton are getting close to it. So I really don't know what to expect, but I've gone for a draw 1-1. And let me have a look at the table because I just want to quickly check something. What happens if either team win? Let me just have a look. Let's see where they are. If my phone can get me up, that's it. Yeah, look. Wolves are in 20th and are below, and Everton are in 17th. So yeah, I think if Wolves win, they will be in 18th place above Nottingham Forest, depending on the goal difference, and Everton could be in serious trouble if Nottingham Forest beat who have they got? Sorry, who have Nottingham Forest got? Manchester United, which I don't think will happen, and I'll get that to that in just a minute. So Everton really need to win this game, and they don't want to be relegated. And I want them to be, and I don't want to get relegated because I don't want Lampard to suffer because he's the greatest player for Chelsea, 211 goals in all of his appearances. So yeah, I really want Lampard to do well this season. I don't want them to get relegated. So for me, I think Everton will need to win, but I really don't see that happening. So I'm gonna go for a draw on this one because, like I said, both of them are really doing well this season. So yeah, I can't remember if either Wolves or Everton won their game before the World Cup. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for a draw, 1-1. So yeah, that's basically it. Um, Listen, I hope Everton prove me wrong, but like I said, they really aren't that great, the way Wolves are as well. They're just like the same thing this season, not doing well. So yeah, just 1-1 on that one tomorrow afternoon at Goodison Park. But if Everton win, then well done to them. If Wolves win, then Everton are in serious trouble. That's basically it. So yeah, 1-1 is going to be my prediction on that one. Right, the next one is Leicester City against Newcastle. Of course, Leicester City won their last game before the World Cup, and the same thing goes for Newcastle against Chelsea 1-0. So I expect this to be a really good game. I think Newcastle will just nick a win 2-1 because I think Leicester City will score, but I think Newcastle will just be all over them. And like I said, Newcastle got really good players such as Almiron, Isak, Kieran Trippier, Callum Wilson. They got really, really good players, Newcastle United. I don't think they'll finish in the top four, but I think if they could, so if they continue to win games, and especially big teams such as Arsenal, maybe Manchester United, Liverpool, and all that stuff, then maybe they'll finish in the top four. But for me, I predict them to finish in fifth. You know, which is the Europa League. I don't think they'll be in the top four because my top four is Man City first, Arsenal second, Tottenham third, and Manchester United fourth. I think if Newcastle can spend money in January and get some world class players, and if they continue to get to back to winning ways, maybe just maybe they'll finish in the top four. And they want the teams like Tottenham and Manchester United to lower, to keep losing games. Because imagine if Newcastle are maybe like 6 or 9 or 12 points ahead of those two teams, then I think they'll definitely finish in the top four. But I don't think Newcastle will. I think they'll finish in European places, but the Europa League, not the Champions League next season. So, listen, there's no disrespect to Newcastle. I think they'll do well, but I just don't think they'll finish in the top four, unfortunately. Listen, I hope they prove me wrong, but I just don't see that. I really don't. So, yeah, but focus on this game tomorrow afternoon at King Power Stadium. 2-1 to Newcastle United is going to be my prediction. I think they'll keep this winning one, and I think they'll spend some money in January to, to keep, continue this fine form under Eddie Howe and for the Newcastle fans as well. So yeah, 2-1 to Newcastle is going to be about my prediction on that one. All right, the next one is Southampton against Brighton. Now, Brighton lost, and I think Southampton lost the game before the World Cup. Like I said, I've got really good memories, like a month since the Premier League. So yeah, for that one, I'm gonna go for 1-1. Even though I think that Southampton will win, um, and I can't change my prediction, so it's already too late. I've already made my prediction, so I think Southampton will win, but I've already made my prediction, so I cannot change it. I really cannot. Otherwise, I'll be cheating, So I'm just gonna go for 1-1. So yeah, it's at home. Both teams, I think Brighton are above us. Yes, they are, by the same points as Chelsea. And Southampton are in relegation form, so Southampton really need to win in order for them to be out. And plus, they've already got the new manager, and Wab Hasenhuttl before the World Cup has been sacked. So yeah, after 6 years of being Southampton manager, he has now been sacked. So you expect under the new manager they want to not be relegated. So let's hope Southampton win under the new manager so that they will be above the relegations because they're on 12 points, and if they win they'll be in 15 points and out of the relegation zone, and they need to make sure that other teams drop points if they want to before the new year finish above the relegation. So yeah, Southampton need to win. So yeah, but unfortunately I go for 1-1. So I cannot change my prediction. I really cannot. So yeah, right now for tomorrow's game, I'll go for 1-1 between Southampton and Brighton. Now, this one is interesting. Aston Villa against Liverpool. That game will feature live on Sky Sports and is at Villa Park. Now, this one, I'm expecting a shock. I really, really am. Because on Thursday, Liverpool have lost against Manchester City, and I expect that to happen because it's at the Etihad, and Liverpool don't have a really great record against Man City at the Etihad. They really don't. Like, I can't remember the last time that they've ever beaten Man City at the Etihad. I really don't know when. But yeah, so they're out, and Johnny Lewis was absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. Like, three easy chances and he missed them. Absolutely dreadful. Of course, he got the assist, but as a striker, you're supposed to be scoring goals. Once the players feed the ball to you, you're supposed to be scoring goals. But he didn't. So I think Darwin Núñez will be alright. But if he continues like this, then I think Liverpool made the massive mistake of signing him, and got rid of Sadio Mane, you know. So yeah, but I think Darwin Núñez will do well. Players need to take some time. They really need to take some time. But Darwin Núñez needs to turn up against Aston Villa because it's at Villa Park and it's under Unai Emery, who is a really good manager. Really good manager. So I've gone for excuse me. I've gone for a shock win, for Aston Villa, 1-0. Because I think Liverpool will dominate the game, but I think Unai Emery will just expose Jurgen Klopp. I think he will do that because he knows how to win games, and especially for Villarreal, you know. I don't think that Aston Villa will be in the European places this season, but next season, if Unai Emery can get rid of some deadwood players and sign in some world class players, then maybe next season they'll finish in the European places because that's what Aston Villa want to do. That's what they want to do, and I think they made the right decision to bring in Unai Emery because he has proven that in Europe he has already won, which is the Europa League, and he was so close to knocking Liverpool out and being in the final for Villarreal. He could have done that. So I think Aston Villa made the right decision to bring in Una Emery as their new manager. So yeah, for that game tomorrow at Villa Park, I'm gonna go for 1-0. I'm gonna go for a shock Boxing Day win. For Aston Villa against Liverpool 1-0. Like I said, Liverpool will dominate possession, but Una Emery will just expose Jurgen Klopp. He will expose him. So yeah, 1-0 to Aston Villa is gonna be my prediction on that one. Many Liverpool fans will be thinking, why? We got better players than Aston Villa. I know that, but I did say to you, Liverpool fans, that you guys will struggle this season. When you had that pre-season, you're gonna be like Chelsea. Both Chelsea and Liverpool are gonna struggle, not finishing the top four and not being the title race and not winning a trophy. So there you go. You and guess what? And looking at that table, you're above us, but you're only like 8 points. Sorry, 7 points behind Tottenham. So in order for Liverpool to finish in the top four, they need to make sure that Tottenham drop points and Liverpool continue this winning one. Not being like Manchester City, but just continue winning if you want to finish in the top four. So for me, I won't write Liverpool off, but I don't think they'll finish in the top four. That's it. I predicted they'll finish sixth, below Newcastle and the rest of the teams that are above them. So yeah, that's it. But I won't write Liverpool off just yet. The season ain't over yet, but I think Liverpool struggle and won't finish in the top four. That's my prediction. That's going to be concerning for Liverpool fans. But I think Jurgen Klopp should stay because he's the second best manager in England. It's as simple as that. So yeah. So one in Aston Villa is going to be my prediction on tomorrow, and then the final day on Boxing Day tomorrow is Arsenal against West Ham United. Now, of course, Arsenal fans will be feeling really disappointed that their main striker, Gabriel Jesus, is going to be out for at least 3 months because of that injury during the World Cup. And with that injury, the big question is, would Arsenal get back to winning ways or not? Because when players get injured, their team could suddenly start to drop. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys, but yeah, like I was saying, yeah. So since play teams, their star players gets injured, sometimes teams drop off a little bit. So the big question is, would Arsenal do that? That's the big question. So I think Arsenal, in order for them to really finish in the top four, they need to spend in January. They really need to. I don't think Arsenal not winning the league is a failure, but seeing them not in the top four, the way they're playing this season will be a huge failure. So I think Arsenal need to sign player in January because I don't think Eddie Nketiah is a better replacement for Gabriel Jesus. He has not done really well in the Premier League. He's really not. So I think Arsenal need to sign another striker who can be a really good replacement for Gabriel Jesus because Gabriel Jesus is a star player for Arsenal, and since he's injured and could be out for the next 3 months, they need to sign a better player than Eddie Nketiah as a good replacement for Gabriel Jesus. So I think Arsenal will still do well this season, but in order for them to prove me right, they need to really spend in January. They really need to. So I think Arsenal will win this game by 2 goals to 1 against West Ham because West Ham United don't have a really good record against Arsenal at the Emirates. They really don't. So I think Arsenal will get back to winning ways, and I think they'll be on top for the new year. That's going to be my prediction. And even though I hate that as a Chelsea fan, you have to admit that Arsenal are uh, that are the real deal and need to be taken seriously. Because if anyone predicts that Arsenal will lose this and lose that, be negative, they will always win. So just be positive about Arsenal. Then maybe, just maybe, they will not let you win. You know, if you know what I mean. I try to say I'm trying to making it sense, but I know you guys won't understand that. But if you guys do, then let me know. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that just be sure that you don't say anything negative about Arsenal, because the next game, if you say that, oh, they'll lose this, then guess what? They'll win. So if you try to say to yourself, you know what, I was wrong about Arsenal, and I think they're the real team and need to be taken seriously. That's basically it. That's what I've got to say. So yeah, so Arsenal win against West Ham United is going to be 2-1 at the Emirates. So yeah, that's basically it. All right, the next one, Tuesday, the 27th, after Boxing Day, is two games. Not a lot, but it's only two games, interesting enough. So the first one is Chelsea versus Bournemouth at Stamford Bridge. I'm not going to be talking about this too much because I'm going to be talking about this in tomorrow's video, so make sure you guys check that out. So I'm going to go for an AFC Bournemouth win of 1-0. And you know why? I have no faith in this team anymore. Like I knew I would. I knew they'll struggle. I knew they'll not be in the title race, not finishing the top four, and not in a trophy. We've already knocked out and against Man City in the Carabao Cup. We've got them in the FA Cup, which we're going to lose 2-0 again at the Etihad. And we've got Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League round of 16, and I don't think we're going to win because Borussia Dortmund are doing well in the league. I think they're in either second or maybe third. I don't know, but they are above us. So I don't think we're going to win the Champions League as well. So there you go. But in this game, we have our record against Bournemouth ain't that great. I remember 4 years ago being us 4-0, 3-0 under Antonio Conte, 1-0 at Stamford Bridge on the Lampard. So we've ain't got a really good record. And the last 5 games, we haven't won. 2 draws, 3 losses. And it's going to be another one. I still don't have faith in this team anymore. I still don't. So I'm going to go for Bournemouth win of 1-0. I think Bournemouth will know our weaknesses. They will. Just like Newcastle did, just like Arsenal did, Brighton, Man United, Brentford, they will know our weaknesses. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. So 1-0 to Bournemouth is going to be my prediction on that one. I just don't have faith in this team. I really don't. Hopefully they'll prove me wrong, but just don't have faith anymore. It's just sickening. It's really sickening. And if the Bournemouth beat us 4-0, I wouldn't be surprised because they've already done that before, like I said, 4 years ago. So I wouldn't be surprised if they beat us 4-0, like they did in 2019 under Maurizio Sarri. I wouldn't be surprised on that one. But I'm only going to go for 1-0. Simple as that. To Bournemouth. The next one, United against Nottingham Forest, and it's at Old Trafford. So, yeah, for that one, I'm going to go for. I went for Man United win of 2-0 because even though Nottingham Forest won their last game, I think it's going to be difficult for them because it's at Old Trafford. Man United, I've got really good players such as Marcus Rashford is on form again. Christian Eriksen, Casemiro, Rafael Varane. They got really, really good players. Bruno Fernandes too. So and plus Ronaldo is not going to be at Manchester United ever again. So you expect them to do really, really well without Ronaldo. So yeah, so I'm going to go for a 2-0 Manchester United win. And yeah, and if Man United win and Tottenham either lose or draw, that means that Man United would be the same points as Tottenham, depending on the goal difference. If Man United can score maybe more than 2 goals, then they'll be above Tottenham. So they need to make sure that Tottenham don't win their game, and Man United do if they want to be in the top four for the first time this season. So yeah, I think they'll do that. I think they'll beat Nottingham Forest by 2 goals to 0. And the goals will be Rashford again, maybe Christian Eriksen. Those are my goal scorers for that game on Tuesday against Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford. Rashford first, then Christian Eriksen. So 2-0 to Manchester United is going to be my prediction. Then last and not least is Manchester City against Leeds United at Ellen Road, and that will be on a Wednesday at 8 p.m. Now I'm going to go for excuse me. I went for Manchester City win because Erling Haaland didn't go to the World Cup, so he'll be fit and ready. And even though he got injured, they still got players like Alvarez who can score goals. He's proven that against Chelsea when he scored that free kick. So yeah. And Kevin De Bruyne, even though he had a really terrible, terrible World Cup this year, he's still the best midfielder in the Premier League has ever witnessed. So yeah, he'll be back. Edison will be back. I think. Yeah, Edison will be back. So Man City still got the best players. So yeah. So you expect Man City to really beat Leeds United, after their terrible, terrible defeat against Brentford. They're losing 2-1, and Ivan Toney scoring 2 goals in that game. So you expect them to bounce back after their shock defeat against Brentford at home. So yeah, I think Man City will bounce back. I still have them winning the league, and they need to make sure that they keep this winning mentality, keep on winning games, and especially beating Arsenal when they face them in a couple of months, in a couple of weeks' time. So I think Man City to win by 3 goals to 0. I think Erling Haaland will score a brace, and maybe Alvarez will score 1 goal when he comes as a substitute. So yeah, those are going to be the goal scorers in that game on a Wednesday against Leeds United. So Man City win by 3 goals to 0 in that game, and um, that will be the game before we enter the New Year weekend games that will be kicking off on a Saturday and a Sunday. So yeah, that's basically it. So that is it for my predictions. Let me go through them one more time. So the first one, I gone for a 0-0 between Tottenham and Brentford in the London Derby game. Another London Derby game, I gone for a Crystal Palace win of 2-1 against Fulham. The next one, I gone for a draw between 1-1 between Everton and Wolves. The next one, I gone for a Newcastle United win of 2-1 against Leicester. Then the Brighton against Southampton, gone for a draw 1-1. Then the next Boxing Day, I've gone for a shocking one of Aston Villa win of 1-0 against Liverpool. Then the final Boxing Day game is I've gone for a 2-1 Arsenal win against West Ham United, a London derby, another one. The next one I've gone for a shock Bournemouth win of 1-0 Chelsea. Then the next one I'll go for Man United win of 2-0 against Forwards. Then the final one I've gone for 3-0 Manchester City win against Leeds United. So that is it, guys. That is my Premier predictions um, for after Christmas and back after a World Cup break. So that is it. That is all my Premier predictions. And I'll thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button below. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so that you never miss any of my YouTube content. And make sure you hit the share button so that you guys can give your predictions after Christmas Premier League games in the comments down below. And if I got time, I'll quickly add to it. Where do I agree or disagree, and why I think you've gone for that prediction. So yeah, make sure you guys click the share button so that you guys are welcome to give your predictions in the comments down below. So that is it, guys. That is the end of this video. Once again, I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. Hope you guys enjoyed it so far. Hope you guys enjoying this video and enjoying spending time with your family and your friends, your loved ones all over the world. And yeah, so happy that the Premier League is back. So good luck to every team that you support, whether you're Arsenal, Tottenham, Manchester City. Good luck to all of them. And let's hope your team wins after Christmas. For me as a Chelsea fan, I don't think we're going to win. I think our Christmas is going to get ruined because, like I said, Bournemouth are going to beat us. But hopefully they'll prove me wrong. That's all I've got to say on that one. So yeah, so that is it. So Merry Christmas to all of you guys. Have a lovely special day. And I'll see you guys for the match preview tomorrow against Bournemouth. So take care, guys. Look after yourselves and peace. Have a great day.